Janice Ortega, and thank you, Bay Area Harp Society, American Harp Society, for inviting me today to share with you some of my favorite songs. And the theme, some of you probably already figured it out from the excerpt I just played, which is the Nutcracker. The theme is making your own arrangement. There were a couple aspects in that rendition, namely the dominant seventh chord that is not in the original, and the final D major that I've added. So that, of course, is from Tchaikovsky. And this was the first sound I heard on the harp as a 6-year-old when my parents took my family in the second balcony to see the ballet. Ballet dancers were so tiny, and clearly they left the impression on me of not being able to ever eat. I just broke my glasses, by the way, so I hope I'm not going to annoy you with this business. At any rate, so it was, of course, a fabulous ballet, but it wasn't until I heard Ann Adams play the cadenza for Waltz of the Flowers, that I really woke up to the magic of the Nutcracker, because the harp is so much fun. And when we got home, I, of course, announced that I was going to play the harp, and my parents insisted it was way too expensive, way too big, way too impractical. And I went right to my Encyclopedia Britannica, which belonged to all of us, but I felt like I owned the whole set. And of course, I looked under H for harp, and the illustration, is just a little thing of a harp. And I thought, well, Mom, it's not that big. So eventually I got them to rent me a harp. It came from Chicago. It was a big deal. I took the cover off, the strings were broken, it was out of tune, and it was still like Christmas, Hanukkah, Festivus, Kwanzaa, all in one. It was such a cool day. I'll never forget that day. And then, years later, my parents were able to save, and I got Big Bertha. So today, I'm going to play for you some selections that hopefully will encourage you for comfort food arranging, that you will be able to take your favorite melodies and not feel intimidated by the difficulty of this instrument, because there's very quick techniques and tips that I want to share with you that's going to make it fun and approachable for beginners, advanced people, lever people, pedal people. So I'm going to start with a song that I think demonstrates a lot about arranging, and it's the song My Funny Valentine. It has a gorgeous melody, which I will play just a bit of, so that you can be reminded of this tune. It has a haunting melody for a Valentine. There's trouble in paradise, I think. But at any rate, it's gorgeous. And what I've done with the song is, by the way, it's a fake book song, right? So this is directly from the fake book. You see just a single line melody with all my pencil lanes. And what I did, because I liked the song, was I looked at the harmony and I thought, gee, I wonder if there's something interesting there that I can exploit. So the harmony goes like this. That's basically it. So you say, well, it's not exactly Bach, but you can do something with it. Chords. lots of possibilities. I used some substitution chords. That can be something you can explore at another time, more advanced theory. I encourage us all to learn music theory. You know, on the harp, we sort of get a free pass because we can manipulate levers and pedals and not have to always think about what keys we're in, but it's actually really essential that we know that. It'll just enhance your life in every possible musical way if you just give it a little bit of time to study some music theory. The next selection is a really sweet minuet by Jean-Jacques Rousseau, and I bet a lot of you have played this one as you were learning the harp. It's in many of the beginning harp books, and I really like this example because it shows, again, what you can do with music you already have. You tossed aside, it's in a corner somewhere collecting dust because that was like your beginning piece. And you might be surprised if you look at the left hand and there is possibly something there for you. So this is the piece, I'll play just a bit of it. You probably recognize it. Okay, so now what's the big deal? The left hand, not bad, but what happens if you speed it up? Diminution. Repetition. Right? Now we're going to put it together. That was the intro. Now we start the piece. This is a harmonic minor, and that's a big deal for improvisation. It's a bit like finger painting that we did in kindergarten. We get a free pass, thank goodness. One, besides glissandos, you know, we get one more free pass for this very difficult instrument, and that is with the harmonic minor in terms of improvisation, because this is the key. Wait a minute. Doesn't sound like harmonic. There we go. So that key is magic on the harp. Descending scales, what I was doing earlier, right? When you're tired and you're on your last set, playing in some hotel. Oh my God. So anyway, tricks of the trade. So that's a fun piece, and as I say, I know you have this music at home and you can do something with it. Having said all of that about manipulating different parts of the music, there are some melodies that are so profoundly beautiful, it's just best to play them. The melody itself. Now this is the Franz Schubert Ave Maria. And with this one, again, it's a fake book, a melody. I just took it right out of the fake book. And I added the original harmony that Schubert requested. And the beauty in this is I adapted it to my own hand. Now, the left hand is a bit of a weightlifter for us as harpists. It's such a critical, important hand that I think many of us neglect. So in this piece, I want you to imagine a swan just gliding across a lake. And that's, of course, our right hand, the little ballerina doing the pirouettes, the gymnast, whatever. Elegant is the point. And the left hand is that poor swan's feet, paddling furiously to keep her neck up above water. We all know that feeling. And that's the left hand of this piece. So I try to always encourage my students when they're learning something on the harp to always duplicate whatever they're doing with the right hand to do it with the left hand. And I think it helps the learning process, both sides of the brain, and it gives us a stealth left hand. The next selection is from J.S. Bach. And there's a couple of reasons he's following the previous piece. His is the, sorry about the glasses, the Prelude in C. Of course, the Schubert is very famous for the Ave Maria. The Prelude in C by Bach later became an Ave Maria. I think most of you know that after Bach died, his music was somewhat forgotten, and Charles Gounod rediscovered in his own studio, he discovered Bach, and he set this prelude I'm going to play for you with his own Ave Maria. So it's kind of cool that way. Very, very, very nice. And here's the point I want to convey with the Bach. We appreciate the genius of a real master. He is an architect, an engineer, and the contractor all in one. It's almost as if you have a great painting, and however you hang that painting, it works. And that's Bach. He has a tremendous ability for the horizontal of a line, the melodic, a tremendous mastery of the vertical, the harmonic, and of course the combination of the two, the counterpoint or the contrapuntal line that he creates from the horizontal and the vertical. So I apologize for simplifying something so profound. I don't mean to. But sometimes it's good to be true to the original. I am going to lean a little bit more on the bass, because that to me is where the beauty really is in this piece. If you heard a D sharp instead of a D natural, you don't need to take ear training. So the last piece I want to play for you was my mom's favorite. And the reason I chose Can't Help Falling in Love, and I think of Elvis, of course, when I play this, and my mother first, is because this piece of, again, a gorgeous melody. And what I've done with this one is I've incorporated the chords, which I've spoken of in the left hand, being separate, delineated from the right hand, and to bring the left hand out. Now, what I'm going to do is superimpose the chords onto the melody itself. So why I'm doing that is to sustain the pitch. This is the aspect of harp playing that is so tough for us, is the legato sustained sostenuto sound that of course we get from the piano, the sostenuto pedal, which we cannot duplicate. So it is tricky for us as a harmonic instrument to be able to carry the tied notes, the half notes, the whole notes. And so we need to create an illusion for a continuous melodic line. Thank you, Mom. When in doubt, bliss. So the whole point of my presentation is for you to really enjoy the harp and to really enjoy the type of music that you really want to play. And as I finish, I really very much, too many reallys, but it's very grateful for me to be here and to thank the local chapter of the American Harp Society, the Bay Area chapter. It's a wonderful community, and I thank you all very, very much for listening to me today. Enjoy the day, enjoy your harp.